Hey, I'm back. This is Patrick, and this is Rustaholic, and we're continuing with the '69 Fury. Kind of having some deja vu here. Kind of starting over again from where we were about a year ago. We had a nice running engine and a transmission that didn't work. But a few things have changed. We have a nice shiny motor now. That's cool. We've got some new headers. That's pretty cool. Dual exhaust. That's awesome. Yeah, but we still can't drive it, so we're gonna start over again, sort of. Today, I'm just gonna start pulling at least the distributor. I'm gonna get the distributor out of the way, pulling all this stuff back, just so I'm prepping to pull the car up in the air again. And if the motor tilts at all when we pull the transmission out, it's not gonna bump or get crushed on my distributor there. We'll just safety for the distributor. That's all I'm doing. I'm gonna get rid of that. Then we're going to push this car up into the air again and start looking to see what we're going to need to do to just pull the transmission itself. I've never done that on one of these cars, so that'll be exciting, but let's get to it.
It has to be lunar landing, and in this one, as you can see, we'll train an agent, which is this spaceship here, to land properly on the moon, between these two flags here. So this is going to be pretty fun. That's going to be for Module 1. Then for Module 2, we're going to have fun.
Went ahead and plugged my distributor and see that I have a little bit of an oil leak here from this sensor here. So we'll have to take care of that too before we put this all back together. I went ahead and drained the fluid, but you can see I got this mess I got to clean up. Once we clean this up, I'll get up under the car here and we'll take a look and see what we got to do to get this transmission out. So I'll be right back. There is some recycling happening here. This stuff was expensive. I am running it through a paint filter. That should be good, right? Alright, we're back under the car. And I'm checking it out. And I think really that piece of exhaust right there is the closest one. But otherwise, we've got quite a good space over here. So I think I'm just going to leave everything alone and see if I can just drop this out in between the cross member right here. Looks like it'll come out between the exhaust. So appreciate ITT for getting that dialed in. But yeah, I think this is pretty straightforward. We're just going to jump right in here. I'm going to take out the starter, start disconnecting everything from the transmission that I can. And we'll check back in a little bit. Alright, I think I have everything clear on this side. Tell you what, it's a lot easier the second time you do it. Bet I can beat my time in the third round even better. We'll see. Hopefully not. I think what we're going to do now is go all the way to the back. And let's remove the drive shaft. And yeah. And then I think we'll be able to get this thing supported. And then finally we'll remove this cross member. That's the plan. Let's see how that works out. Alright, this is going pretty quick actually. Pretty excited about this. I did add this thicker piece of wood, which may be a problem because it's higher. I gotta lift the car to get this out of here, but I think this is going to be more stable, support the whole pan. So yeah, I don't know. I have this thought in my head that I'm going to replace the seal and it's all going to work. And there's still time. We could make it to Daytona if that's the case. But we'll see. We'll see where it's leaking from. And what I think happened is I purchased a new face and it had a seal in it, but I didn't replace it. I had new seals too. I have them. I just didn't put them in because it looked good. But maybe it wasn't. That's my hope anyway. So we're just going to try to get this centered and get it out and see where we're really at. All right, we're there. I'm gonna get this strapped up and then I'll bring you back. All right, we got everything separated except for these last four, and I can reach these from the top without any issue, with the exception of there's one more hiding back there behind the oil filter. So I'm gonna have to pull that. Hopefully we won't make too much of a mess, and then I think we'll be ready to drop this thing. I ended up taking the headers off, and I did that for two reasons. One, I was thinking that when I pull this transmission out, this is all going to tilt back, and I didn't necessarily want it to have undue stress on my exhaust system, like pushing it back either. I don't know, maybe it would have held it in just fine, not sure. But I knew for a fact that I was going to have to take the headers off anyway, because I was getting exhaust leaks right here at the connectors. And when I re-looked at my video, because I couldn't get these any tighter, and this is why. I used the wrong bolt. There's no way that this is going to... I mean, I got it all the way to there, and that was it. Wasn't going any further, obviously. So, full threads on the headers and shorter. Don't have to be this long. So, learn from my mistake on that one. So now, hopefully, we'll get these... When we put it all back together, it'll be right. So. All right, here we go. It is separated already. When I got that last bolt out, engine dropped about 1.5 inches. All right, that's it. It's as far as it's gonna go. And then I think it would come out. Probably still gonna need to remove the fill stick, whatever, fill tube. But otherwise, I think we'll make it. So let me figure that out. Let me decide what I'm gonna do, and then we'll bring you back. That seems loose to me. I don't know. Well, shoot. Where is this thing leaking from? The only thing I can, maybe just under this pump lip. I don't know. It's not clear, but it doesn't look like it's leaking from the seal, though. I would expect to see like it running all down the sides here, and it's not. It's not particularly splattered anywhere, so I feel like that indicates it's coming from the bottom. Like this pump just isn't sealed. All right, we're gonna run a test. I cleaned this all out. We're gonna put some fluid in and we're gonna see where this leaks. Ah! There it is. There she goes. Come on. You can do it. There it is. All right. At least we know. So we're going to get this put back on the stand, and we're going to pull this pump again. And we'll get it sealed this time. Daytona! We might have a shot after all. Woo! Let's do it! All right. I think we have a plan. So what ended up happening is the seal, this O-ring, I think was just too small. And this is the O-ring that was in the transmission while it was leaking. I'm just going to show you. See how it doesn't even crest the metal at all? I mean, it literally, I don't think was sealing anything at all. I actually had like this face that I had purchased as a part for parts. I have another 904 transmission I bought for parts also. I pulled the pump out of that. So, and I bought one from O'Reilly's. So I ended up with 4 O-rings, and I looked at every single one of them, and they were all different. Every single one of them was a different size and thickness. So I chose the thickest one out of all of them because I feel like, and this is what we're going with, it's about flush, and I can feel it, at least, like when I roll my finger over it. So hopefully that's enough. My plan is I'll put it back in the transmission. I'll just put it on the ground, fill it with transmission fluid again, and see if it leaks. It shouldn't leak just sitting on the ground. So we'll start there and see where we go. It is leaking out the bottom of the pan, but that's okay. We're going to replace that anyway. I'm not worried about that. I just want to know if it's going to leak out the front. All right, it's reading full. So now we wait. I know you're excited to get this transmission in, but you can't skip any steps. I think there's something missing here. All right, redo. Don't forget the converter. Come on now. This would have been easier done another way. Okay. Here we go. Does this even fit in here? I don't know. It's not dropping. Oh, there we go. It's not enough though. There's another one. Oh, there it goes. There it is. Woo! Note to self, put the converter in the transmission before you get it under the car. Hot tip of the day. Shit. All right, transmission's in. Hope is still alive. We're just gonna get this cross member back in and then just keep moving forward until just quite possibly we're driving a car. We will see how that goes. But I'm doing my best. We're going to try to make it. How long do you think I can hold this cross member up with one hand? Come on. I just need one. It's in there. Awesome. All right, drive shaft. I'm going to hook up all these little things back up. We've already seen this before. This is the second time we're doing it. So I'm going to do the drive shaft, get all this stuff under the car, done. We'll drop the car down. And then we'll start hooking everything up upstairs. So back in a sec. Well, here we are again. Prepping an oil or a transmission pan gasket. Done this a few times. Hopefully this will be the last time. My plan is I'm going to go ahead, put on this new seal, fill it full of transmission fluid, and wait for the sadness to come. If it comes, I'll know early, and I can do something else with my day. If it doesn't come, while I'm down there putting all the other linkages and things together, then that'll build some confidence, I think. Because I really want to go back to Daytona. It's been the whole goal. And I think if this could just not leak, it'll make it just fine. So, and really what I love about Daytona is the car show is awesome, don't get me wrong. But my favorite part is one, waking up in the morning, wherever you're staying, Ormond Beach, Daytona, anywhere around there, and you're just preparing, you know, you get up in the morning and you're gonna go get some coffee or something. There's cars everywhere. They're parked in the parking lots, they're driving down the street, and you're like, whoa, 69, 57, 72, you know, it's like, it's just so awesome. For me, I didn't grow up then, so for me it's like, I can almost imagine, wow, must have been what it was like, you know, when these were the primary cars on the road. And how cool is that? And then, of course, the show. And then at night, you get the auxiliary car shows where you get to talk to people and stuff like that. Really cool. Anyway, I like driving the car into the show. And if you're able to get there, I highly recommend it. It is a really cool thing. So, I'm going to keep pressing on with this. We'll get this dialed in. And hopefully we'll be to the top of the car soon. Back where we were a week ago. We'll see. Back to the moment of truth. Good luck to us. It's at the full mark. We'll let it sit here. We'll hook up everything else underneath. And if all goes well, we'll just keep going up, keep moving until we're driving this thing. Hell yeah. Let's do that. Car is back on the ground and still no leaks. This is very exciting. With it down on the ground now, I still have headers are all hooked up. And by the way, I didn't mention this before, but that was supposed to be a clear coat. But when I cooked them, they turned black. I don't know. The bottom section down there stayed pretty just regular clear. And the only difference I can think of that I did was I did just a single coat of those just real quick. And these, I layered it on. Every 10 minutes, another coat. Probably 3-4 coats. So, I don't know if that's what turned them black, or the fact that I started it and then turned it off and didn't finish the curing process. But even when I started it, it was running for like a minute, 2 minutes. I don't know. Maybe that was enough to mess it up. But now they're black. All good. I have a little leak right here where the oil pressure gauge is at. And this kind of interferes with my distributor a little bit. So I'm going to take this out and probably kink it off to the side or something. So we'll get that fixed and then I'll bring you back. Alright, here's the new configuration. This should give me a little bit more room. Alright, I'm going to drop the distributor in next and then we can fire it back up. Okay, everything's back together. We're going to fire it back up and hopefully we don't have exhaust leaks. Hopefully we don't have a transmission leak. And hopefully we can get it dialed in. Let's see what happens. Whew. Alright, I got it as dialed in as I think I can get for right now. It's still not leaking. One thing unfortunate though, I am not getting these no gasket claiming header connections here to work at all. So I can't really use my AFR gauge, but I did it with the vacuum. I think we're good. Yeah, so we're going to go for a drive. First time in about, I don't know, at least 10 months. I think we actually started this in February. But it died in last November. So it's been a year since it's actually been on the road. But, all right, let's do it. Passed the first test. Well, it's running and driving. Does not appear to be leaking. This is huge. This is huge. Very excited. And not moments too soon here. I got like a week and a half before Daytona. So still got lots to do. I still haven't got these headers totally sealed up. My AFR gauge still isn't working properly. I'm going to actually have to put some gaskets in there. Got the fender and got the whole front of the car we still got to put together. So time's a wasting. But that's going to call it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. And we'll catch you next time. Maybe it'll be in Daytona. I don't even know. We'll see.